This narration is for educational purposes only. It is not buy or sell recommendations. Good morning, fellow ES traders. This is the narration of the ESH5 for February 11th. I wasn't able to trade the actual live trading yesterday, so with Bookmap, which is what we're looking at here, you can actually export the RTH and then open that data in the replay feature here, so you can pause it, fast forward it, and you can actually trade it in simulation as well, which is what I've been doing. I still haven't traded in my cash account, but so looking at this is Investor RT, the higher time frame tool I use to give me the volume points of control in a composite or just the single day. So what you see here is a composite of all of these trading days to give me the highest volume point of control, which is here. So out of all these days, this is the highest volume traded at this price. So those are the areas I want to look for, because typically the market will rotate around these areas. We'll leave it, come back, check it, drop below it, come back, check it, drop, go, whatever. It's all random, but typically that's kind of what we'll see. We'll check either on a daily or a micro composite to check these levels. So these yellow lines are the naked volume point and control. The orange is the micro composite. These are developing. This is a developing VPOC. So anyway, let's see. We gap down. So initially my thoughts were maybe continuation short to come down and check this micro composite VPOC and go from there. So at open, I'm looking for a potential short. Now I didn't do the whole trade. I just did this. It was just the first hour I was trading. So we have our VPOC here, which is going to be our ETH VPOC. It resets at 8:30 Central Standard Time at RTH open. Let's turn off the ETH, turn this one off, less confusing. Okay, so we have VPOC, VWAP, and our mid. So we have RTH open, so that would be our first. I call him the variable high volume node, or Tom does. Tom is the chat that I'm in. I'm currently learning from, so this is something I didn't come up with, but this is the stuff that we're going to track because they can offer areas of support or resistance depending on where we are in relationship to them. So this is what he calls VPOC migration, so we're going to label that. And this is stuff you have to bet on your own, but you'll see the trades I took. I know it was pretty crappy trading. It wasn't the best, but I did learn a lot today, FOMO especially. So I was looking short, nothing short, nothing short. If it was a short, we'd drop below and come back and test something for entry. So seeing the strength at the open, I'm like, okay, let's look for a long. Saw the sweep here. Now typically this means reversal. I got in here, which is FOMO. That's all that was. FOMO, and then off we go. Now, had I been smart, I would have scaled something here, taken some off. I did four lots. So I should have taken 3 off there. That way it would cover my loss, which didn't do. And actually here would have been the first entry. Not trade recommendation, but in hindsight, FOMO, not a good entry. Better. Mostly because I do a 2-point stop loss, so let's see, that's about a 70, so yeah, my stop is 68 out here, which is well below VPOG and mid, which would have been good. So I stopped out, re-enter, add, so now I'm 8 lots in, taken out of the add, still have my 4, and this was kind of a chase, had I just waited. So usually we have a trigger and a pullback and resumption. That's the highest quality structured trade you can get in. Now if I would have waited for a VWAP test, like I said, my stop would have been out here, 2 points below 70, 68-ish in this area. Even a little bit below that would have been smart. But that's part of being a developing trader, is understanding FOMO, and I journal about this the whole time I'm writing. What I'm feeling, what's going on in my head. Those are important things, so in moments like these, you get emotionally charged, you feel like you're missing out, I gotta get in. And that's not good. Because you're throwing everything you know out the window. There's nothing here for me to get in except for, big move up. I gotta get in. That's all that was. This, at least you're tagging a location where retail traders are buying. So your chances of that working out are a lot better than just some random pullback. Now if this was a location, that's different. And actually I was thinking once we got above here to get in. So, see, that's the other thing, confluence. So our overnight VPOG with the VWAP, perfect location right there. That would have been a good one. So we got add, lose the add, add it again, and right here, perfect location. That would have been a better add. I was chasing this. I wasn't even chasing. But this is more FOMO because we go down below. If I'm going to add, you might as well do it here on the bottom of the range, not the top. This was me like, just chasing the dragon, not literally the top of the range. So, mistake. These are not mistakes because I kept my stop loss, which is important. If you start moving your stop loss around, which I did here because I wanted to be below the VWAP, so I had a strategy with that, not just fear of losing money, which I'm in simulation anyway. So, alright, so potential add there, not trade recommendation, and then this took me out. Crazy. This is why it's so important to have a stop loss, because shit like this happens all the time. You get these crazy volatile moves that this could have gone down 20 points, and there I am in 8 lots, 20 points, that's for $8,000. So 8 lots, 400, yeah, 8 grand blowing up an account. So important to keep those stop losses, the OCO brackets. So I use this, which is one cancels the other. So if you take profit or your stop loss here, then you have your bracket. If internet goes down, this should still hold. Either you're going to get taken out in stop loss or you're going to take profits. So I don't obviously have the take profits on. I should at least have it some kind of take profits. But anyway, taken out. So now I'm like, okay, I know I've screwed up. Emotionally, I'm not doing well. This is tough. Get taken out again. I was thinking of a curl and resumption. As soon as I saw this, I was like, well, this is actually good. This means potential move up, but we go opposite, so that's why it's important too. This isn't everything. Sometimes this works out, these sweeps, sometimes they don't. But either way, this isn't a location to buy. So it's FOMO again, because I saw this crazy, I gotta get back in. Taken out. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stop losses. And now I'm just like, okay, what's going on? So once price, so now I'm like, okay, where am I going to get in? Well, let's look. So now what I'm doing is looking for kind of these areas in the chart profile. So here we have a high volume node, which could act as support, but it's so close to this, I would just keep that. So these are the areas I'm looking for, and that's why I put this white line here, because now I'm looking, okay, this is a potential area of support to get long. And had I not taken all these stops, these two I would have gotten scaled, so the stop would have, so this all would have been just break even. So having conviction in these areas, if you get taken out, well, I'm going to go here, then out the bottom. Where are we going next? Low, low, go down and touch that, then out the bottom, whatever, who knows. But that was difficult. It was difficult for me to pull the trigger on this, because at this point I'm thinking, shit, I've screwed up a lot. So emotionally, and I didn't even take the first touch, which technically I should have, because once it moved away, I'm like, oh boy, well, I missed that train, which you gotta be okay with. And there's other stops, train stops, that you can get on the train, so it's important to recognize that. And I almost got taken out of this one. I mean, we're talking to the tick, and that's how it works. Start fiddling with your stops, unless there's a reason, but it's literally two ticks. So anyway, good on me on that, for at least buying at a location that offers statistically a high probability of the trade going in my favor. And if it didn't, we can look at this, and then if it came down to here, I'd probably wait for something like this to get some kind of trend going up. But it happened to work in my favor, so now my target's going to be the high ETH5, which is 20 points above up here. So that was a great trade, 68 to almost 88, almost 20 points. Now, I should be 0. Instead, I was like negative 2,000, I think. Putting a lot of size on, which I shouldn't have been, but I have my reason for that. And it's not about dollar amount. I mean, even if this was one lot, I did 4, but had this been in a better circumstance, I would have taken a scale, 2 lots, and off we go. When I sold here, I saw the liquidity sitting here, and I mean, that's it. 20 points, how much do you need in a day? That's just over an hour from RTH open. Hour, 10 minutes, depending on threshold of what you're willing to lose. Every time you put a trade on, you might as well expect it to go against you. Take a stop. This one just happened to work out, and that would have been, that's a great trade. And there's other areas that there's potential ads here. But that was my trade, and now I could go enjoy the rest of my day. I just want to put this video out there, and we got, today's obviously the 12th, so I'll be putting another video out probably later this afternoon for today. Alright guys, see you later.